Louisiana Trombones. Today, this group of students spent since about 9 o'clock this morning learning about the trombone in lots of different ways. We had master classes, we learned about improvisation. We had master classes where individuals stood up on this stage and played in front of all of us, and we all told them what we thought, which was super intimidating. We've been playing trombone choir music today, which has been super fun. We also had a master class on instrument maintenance and repair, which was great. We had a great time with that. So, what we're going to do now is have our trombone choir performance. We're going to play a tune that some of you probably know. This is called The Green Hornet. This was the main theme from Kill Bill, which was a film that was pretty popular about 15, 20 years ago when I was in college. Oh, well, I shouldn't date myself. We're going to start off with that, and then we're going to jump into some stuff with our guest artist of the day, which is Catie Hickey, who's right over there. And we'll give her a round of applause. So we've had an awesome time today. It's been really fun. Our soloist for Kill Bill, for Green Hornet, is playing the bass trumpet, which probably should not exist, but this is what happens when you're a graduating senior on the euphonium and a finance major.
Oh, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay. I come up to you a couple months ago and say, hey, do you want to play the solo on the bass trombone? And you just say yes, right? Yeah, there's no argument. So this is Madison, and Madison's going to play our solo today. Here we go. Can y'all see me?
Not really.
You'll be fine.
I can't really move.
I'm just up here for fun. If you don't play on this one, just stand and smile. conducting, which is great. We're going to play a tune called Yellow Bird. And you're going to notice there's going to be some percussive elements to this. And I'll let Catie say anything about this that we just said.
I'm getting a very important percussion instrument. Okay. So, good afternoon. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for donating all of these people on the stage, their time, their efforts. Can we give them a hand? My name is Catie Hickey. I come to you from being originally from the suburbs of Chicago, Illinois. I mostly live there and play trombone. My favorite thing to do is travel around the world and meet other people who play trombone because it's inherently goofy but also sometimes beautiful. So I have been fortunate to run a summer trombone institute in Chicago that's now in its, oh man, we're in our 4th year. Our master's assistant, Catie Hickey, came last summer, and my teaching assistant is a woman named Destiny Miskell, who's based in Atlanta. And Destiny has this excellent ear for cool tunes that sound good with trombone, but are also fun to add percussion. So Destiny last summer gave us, this is a calypso tune. It's called Yellow Bird. We've also been discussing a lot how to make stuff up on the trombone today. I'm somebody who grew up in the jazz education land, ripping and snorting and snarling with this instrument, and I think it's one of our great superpowers. So you'll hear me play a short solo. We've got an egg shaker that's going to make its way across. Thanks to Ezra for being our percussionist on the cajon over here, and I'll see everybody at the end. Cool, so this is Yellow Bird. I'll be hopping in and off on your parts. Shake your tempo. Work out. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready. talked about as a group was like, when we're improvising, there's kind of 4 skills that we need to be able to have. And this is like, neuroscientists research this. You have to be able to compare, you have to be able to group music together, you have to be able to guess what happens next, and then once you can do those 3 things, you can interact. And the interacting is the fun part. So we're doing all of that live, our brains are making all these connections, but it's also important for us to talk about our history and our legacy. So one of the pieces that I brought to this group, and Dr. Yates was like immediately, yes, let's go, is by the great trombone composer, arranger. Her name is Melba Liston. And Melba is a black female trombonist working in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s. She's probably best known as the arranger for the trumpet player Dizzy Gillespie, who was the guy with the puff cheeks and the trumpet that pointed up. But she did have her own album called Melba Liston and Her Bones, right? And then there's also a children's book. It's called Melba's Big Trombone. I always mess up that title a little bit. So if there are young people in your life who want to read a book about this excellent composer arranger, there are a lot of different ways you can learn more about her music. This comes from her album. This is a G major blues she wrote. You're going to hear from a whole bunch of soloists. Who's our first soloist, just so I remember? Who's our second soloist? Who's our third soloist? Fourth? Awesome. Fifth? Sixth? And then you hear from me from a little bit, okay? So, I'll see you at the end. I'm going to swing real hard. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Matt come on down and actually conduct a piece that he composed for this event. And it is called Adventures in the Night. Adventure in the Night. And I just got it, I don't know, Monday, right?
Yeah.
Kind of last pretty quick. One of the things that we're doing with Louisiana Trombones is we're paired with the Louisiana Trombone Collective, which is a nonprofit that I'm trying to run here in town, that tries to support trombone education here in the region from Acadiana, but also southern Louisiana. And we've got a couple other projects that are a little bit broader than just Louisiana. And one of the things that we're doing is we're trying to provide ways for trombonists and composers to kind of combine both of those knowledge areas and then give us new compositions of music that we can play with trombone choirs like this. So this is a new piece that Matt wrote. This is something that we try to do every year, is commission a couple new pieces. And we get to hear a couple other things that we've done as well. And this gives Matt an opportunity to kind of experiment and learn some things from the composing project. And then, you know, go back and say, actually, the key signature was totally fine for this group. I don't know what your problem was, Dr. Yates. Do you have anything that you want to say about the adventure?
Not really, no.
All right, let's hear it.
I'll put me on the spot.
Next, we're going to have our graduate assistant, Erica, come up and conduct this next piece. This is called On the Library Lawn. It's written by a former student of mine when I was teaching at Luther College in Decorah, Iowa, Steve Ramsey. And he's writing this piece in honor of Mr. Fred Nylene, who was my band director when I was in college. Mr. Nylene used to have this habit of walking across the library lawn on a really nice spring day after a long winter. This is up in northern Iowa. Long winter with lots of snow, and he would walk across the lawn just as it was starting to turn green again, and he'd say something along the lines of, well, no band today. And then we wouldn't have band rehearsal that day because it was such a nice day. You know what I mean in Louisiana, right? A nice day. Yeah. So take it away, Eric. concert here today with a tune that was composed by senior music education major Jacob. This is called To the Stars, which I love saying. I want to thank you all again. For those of you who had students here today, thank you for trusting us with your students and helping them get better at the trombone. The idea here, your student may go home and say, wow, that was really hard. I've never seen those notes before. That's okay. That's totally okay. So the idea here is that we're showing a wide variety of trombone students all the different things that are possible on the trombone. It's way beyond what they're probably doing in band. It's a really cool opportunity for them to really see what's possible and what's really out there. And our hope is that they'll just keep practicing and keep playing trombone. And maybe go to college someday too. That's cool too. So we'll let Jacob take this away. I have one other thing I need to say. Oh, a big thanks again to Catie for being here. This has been awesome. Thanks to all of you for being here, and thanks again for letting us borrow your student for the day. We appreciate it. Jacob, take it away.